Hello, everyone, and welcome to the True Nerds Gaming and Tech Podcast. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for the support. If this is your first time, we really appreciate you stopping in. So, today I'm super excited as of the day after Christmas. So I'm in the holiday spirit, and we got two topics we're going to talk about today. Our number one topic, your best gift to yourself, your best nerdy gift to yourself, or the best nerdy gift that someone gifted to you. So that's topic number one. Topic number two is going to be, what is your most anticipated game of 2022? So we're obviously only a few days from the new year. Do you want to start first? Do you want me to roll with my gifts? Because I got them ready.
Go ahead.
Show them off. All right. So me and my wife, I already said earlier, we got a puppy this year. So that was our gift to ourselves. But I bought my godson a few, go figure, badass Halo items, and they were on clearance at Best Buy, so I ended up purchasing two of every single thing. So I'm going to go through these. If you do not know what they are, I don't even know if you know what they are, but they're awesome. They are called the Mega Constructs.
Oh, yeah.
And what they are, for those of you who don't know, it sounds like Jolie already knows, but they actually connect to Legos. So they're a mix between action figures, figurines, and Legos. So I ended up buying quite a bit of these, so I'm just going to go over these. But we got the Marine Sniper right here, and these were only about, I think they were $1.99 a piece. So okay. Not bad at all. Got the Marine Sniper. We got the Spartan Mark 7.
Oh,
and if you see right here, that's a little stand for them too, so you can display them.
Perfect.
The Recon.
Let's go.
All right. This is a new one. I've never seen this one, but he's got the Mauler in his hand.
Let's go.
Yeah, right. Almost here. The Brute Warrior. This is the one. Look, he's got the shock rifle in his hand. You can see that.
Love the shock rifle.
And then this is awesome. This is the favorite one right here. So you got Master Chief versus the Brute Warrior. You got the grab hammer. You got the sword. So I think in total, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I spent like $14 on all of that goodness.
Can't beat that.
No. So like I said, I actually ended up getting my godson one more bigger thing. It was a Warthog, and I wanted to get him the Banshee, but the Warthog was on clearance for like $15. So I got him that. He was super thrilled because, like I said, they can connect to Legos. And he's into Legos right now, so I ended up buying that. This wasn't technically a Christmas gift. I just want to show this off. I think you know what's coming. Maybe.
Dude.
So just looking at the scale here, how big this thing is. It's 10-inch Master Chief Dark Comics statue. I ended up getting that since there was no legendary edition or whatnot that I could buy, because the scalpers ate them up from Walmart. So I ended up getting that as kind of a gift to myself. So we'll call it a Christmas gift, but super excited about all those. They're super small, obviously besides the 10-inch figure, but that was my Christmas gift to myself. My wife's asking why I'm buying toys, but she's supportive of it. But I'm actually excited. These little figurines right here, like I'm gonna pop them off, and I'm gonna place them around my computer, or on top of them or something.
Yes,
so.
Or in the computer. A lot of people do that.
Really?
Yeah, and they just put like little action figures like in the computer, and either they'll do like a head-to-head battle kind of a thing, or like it'll just be, they'll call it like their theme.
That's actually really sweet. I never thought. I don't know if I don't think I personally would, but I might put them on top here. So, without further ado, Droly, your best gift or one that you bought for yourself?
So, my mother-in-law got me 2 Star Wars like framed kind of like poster things that are like this like 3D image kind of a deal. There's one of the Millennium Falcon, a pretty big one, and then one of the Death Star, and they're like perfect theme for my man cave downstairs because I have all the Star Wars stuff. And So they're awesome. Really like on topic gift. They're from Hobby Lobby. Um, and yeah, just like I didn't get much this year. I didn't really ask for a whole lot, and just like spending time with family was more
I
than
mean,
enough.
we are grown ass men. We probably
Yeah,
shouldn't be
no, yeah,
getting
for
too
sure. Like
much.
I didn't even like, yeah, we weren't even like, she didn't even say she was like getting us anything, and then
Yeah.
Maddie comes home with like 12 different presents for me, and I was like, holy smokes. But yeah, those are really cool. Gift to myself, I guess like the camera is still like the biggest gift to us, and we use it all the time now.
Hmm.
Every family function or friends like getting together, we bring the camera out and take a bunch of pictures, and it's really nice. Like my grandpa's always had like a nicer camera and taken the family pictures, and so this Christmas I brought it over to Christmas with us, and we compared cameras, and
Whose
mine's
was
a little
looking
bit
better?
nicer.
Well, I was gonna say you got the edge. Sit
Yeah,
down, Grandpa.
it was good. It was a good time though.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah,
then
and
as
sorry,
far
go
as
ahead.
like little trinket things, I got picked up these off of like Etsy.
Oh, are those
It's
coasters?
coasters, yes. And
Dude,
so
your theme of your man cave is just so badass right now. Like
right,
I wish we could pan around the room. Actually, if you jump into our Discord, it's True Nerds, just like our YouTube channel. He's got pictures up of the finished product of the man cave, or obviously everything's a work in progress, but dude, it's sick. Like if you got something with the red lights in the background, man, it's so dark side themed in my opinion, but
yes, I love it. I'm
so
kind of doing like, I want to do like red versus blue, like dark side versus light side, kind of a theme in the basement. So it'll be kind of like blue lights and red lights, and imperial like stuff all themed on
mhm.
one side, and then like have the rebels on the other side. And so
That'll be so sick.
yeah.
My dream is to have my own gaming room. So, anyways, we're getting sidetracked here. Continue, good sir. Continue.
So I just got like a 4-pack of those like coasters, and they're I don't know, they were $15 or something, but I really like them. They're
Yeah,
really good coasters, and they are incredible.
right. Yeah, that's. I feel like anything that's a talking piece, like that
Yeah.
you see something like that, and when someone's coming into your gaming room, you want a conversation starter, and you got plenty of them right now. So all my stuff is just stacked away right now, but I'm building for the future. Right now I'm on a Halo kick, so I'm literally
Hell
like
yeah.
was buying everything, which is good and bad because I got a bunch of stuff sitting out, not being displayed, unfortunately, but that's okay. So anything else, or is that
Yes, I mean, pretty low key Christmas. I didn't really get myself a ton of stuff,
mm-hmm.
and didn't really get any like too many other things. I did get Maddie and I asked for together. We like our grandparents wanted to get us something, and so we got a small like console table type thing for our bedroom. And so
Mm-hmm.
we have this like Samsung frame TV, and so it like flush mounts to the wall, like it's supposed to look like a picture frame. And then it has these like plastic edges that you could get different frames for them, and then it'll, when you like turn it off, it'll go to like power saver mode and display an art piece. So
Really?
yeah,
I've
it's
never
pretty
heard
cool.
of that. That's
Maddie
cool.
absolutely loves it. It's like the only TV she's ever been excited about.
That's cool.
But it like, so it has this cord that comes down, and then there's a box that's where you plug all your HDMI stuffs in, because it's like flush mounted to the wall
Mm-hmm.
and not like on a stand that you can bring forward and back. It right now it's just hanging, it's just hanging there. So we asked for like a little table so we could set that on and kind of
Right.
hide some of the wires and some other stuff, and so we kind of got that together. My mom got me a Star Wars tote with a bunch of sanitizing wipes.
Okay.
I
Never
think she
can be
just,
too
like,
clean, right?
she gets this stuff like double coupons and gets
Yeah.
like paid for it. So she just buys like a bunch of them, and then she just gives them to us.
Little
So
backstory about Mama Raleigh. When you have a bunch of kids in the house, you're gonna be an extreme couponer. You gotta save money where you can. She's the one that gets paid at the end of the grocery line. So that's awesome. But,
Yeah, so we got like a bunch of those, and then on with that theme, she also got me a Baby Yoda soap dispenser.
that's cool.
So
I feel like
just
the
like
little
things, but yeah,
yeah,
it
the
was
little
cool.
knickknacks are fun. I don't know why. Like big pieces are great, but anytime you get something, especially if it's gifted, and it's just something you can display or this or that, I don't know. Like my Guardians of the Galaxy thing, it was like $6. My the picture frame I showed it, I think on our first or second video. I love that thing, and it's literally like just something that I found randomly and can display it in random
Yeah,
places.
for sure,
But
for sure.
cool, yeah, Christmas is awesome, man. Now it's finally snowing. I don't know if you looked outside,
Yep,
but
I
it's
did.
snowing. The wind is crazy. Christmas was great this year. Low key, both of us had a low key Christmas. We talked earlier actually yesterday, because Christmas was yesterday. Feels like it was a few days ago already, but cool. You got anything else to add on that subject? Or?
I got a couple Amazon gift cards, so I'm gonna pre-order some games that are up and coming.
Good segue.
Mm.
So I'll let you lead off then.
All right, so we have
2022.
a massive amount of games
Wait, are you
coming
doing
into
multiple?
this spring. Well, so I have a list,
Okay.
but I'm just kind of gonna do an overview.
Okay.
There are, let me 40 games coming out in the next 3 months.
Bro, February is gonna be horrible. The February is the new October, November. Like,
Well, I feel like a lot of games, because of COVID, got pushed back and delayed, so they missed their fall target. And there's been a couple games that launch in February or March and have extreme success. And we've always kind of said, like you and I talked, like I don't know why more companies don't like push back to February, March, because there's after the Christmas rush, everybody beats those games, and there's this lull
yep.
of games, and normally nothing launches there. And like the few games like the first Titanfall launched in March and just absolutely cleaned up. And so when all
Let's
these
talk
games
about Titanfall 2. What happened? No, just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. So but yeah, we have 40 games launching. We have 9 in January, 17 in February, and 14 in March.
So we're gonna be
Of the
poor.
announced games. Yeah,
We're gonna be poor.
exactly. Exactly. All right. Now, what are for January? What's your most anticipated game that you're looking forward to?
So I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I am not going to be picking up any games until February.
Oh.
And the reason behind this is I already know I'm going to be sunk into Halo so much that I'm not going to purchase anything except for the one game in February. But what I'm going to do is I'm a very smart video game buyer, I guess you could say, or frugal, if you will. I wait until, if I know I'm not going to play a game, I will wait until it's on a deep, deep sale. Just because when you have so many video games, especially when you're a physical collector, the shit gets so expensive if you buy $60 a pop. But especially with physical, they go on sale within, honestly, a month. Because no one wants physical anymore, it seems. Everyone goes digital. So I wait till that deep sale, and then I buy physical. So I'm going to pass on January. I will let you go.
Okay. All right. So January, we have 2 big ones for me. We have God of War is coming to PC.
Okay.
January 14th. And the Horizon Zero Dawn, the release for PC from PS4 was amazing. They did a really good job of bringing that game to the PC. It runs like really well. So I'm expecting God of War to do the same. And I've watched somebody play through a bunch of God of War on a PS4 Pro, and it was not pretty at all. I was getting motion sickness. I was like, dude, I don't know how you can play this right now. Like, you've just never experienced PC at all. I was like, I can't do this. Like I don't know. It looks off. Like the vision. If you take a still image, it looks great in any kind of motion.
I think the biggest problem with the game is
30 FPS.
The over the shoulder, the way that how close they did over the shoulder, and then you're dealing with the locked frame rate, a lower frame rate.
Yeah.
made a lot of people sick. It wasn't just you. That's kind of a known issue where everyone's hoping you can bust that field of view
Yeah.
out.
Well, and you can do 30 FPS correctly,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like we played Destiny how many years? 30 FPS. Halo how many years? Like 30 FPS. So you can do it right. It's the motion blur I think that gets a lot of people. You need a little bit of motion blur to make the kind of smooth that image to image, but you don't want it overdone to where it just looks like a blurry mess when you're spinning around doing stuff. And so it's a really fine line to walk. And there's certain things, certain objects you want more motion blur than other things. And so I just feel like they just didn't do a good job with motion blur. But now that it's coming to PC, I'm super hyped. I think it's going to be a beautiful game. Be able to play at 100 plus FPS. And the story of that is absolutely incredible.
Yes. And we're back. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyways, with Sony purchasing that studio that all they do is port PlayStation games over to PC games. I can't think of the studio name off the top of my head. I'm so excited for the future. Can you remember who it is right now?
Yeah, I forget.
Anyways, it's not a big deal. It's gonna bug the shit out of me, but I'm super excited. Like you said, Horizon Zero Dawn, phenomenal. Days Gone, phenomenal. God of War is gonna be phenomenal. I hope. Knock on wood. But
right, yeah. Just let's hope there's no delays. And then actually, it was supposed to already have launched. No, that was the second one. It was supposed to have already have launched, but the studio delayed it so the voice actor could make it because he was having some surgery or some health problems.
Yes,
so,
which I think's great. That's amazing.
and the studio didn't blame it on him. They just said, "Hey, we're gonna have to delay it. We can't get some things together." And so that was just really cool. They're backing up their star voice actor because too many times these days they either replace full actors or replace voice actors like it's nothing, and it just breaks my like enjoyment of that series.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're going to start a whole new franchise, sure, then you can do a different actor, but I can't stand replacing actors in the middle of things.
Yeah, especially when you're drawn to their voice or drawn to their look or whatnot. All right.
So then the other one is Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Another Pokemon.
Which is going to be a brand new kind of game, like game that Game Freak's been doing. They've been working on it for a while, and it's really going like trying to do modern RPG elements. And the more I hear about it, the more and more excited I get. So at first I was like, well, we'll wait and see what this one's going to be. But the more details that kind of come out, the more I'm kind of liking it. And I don't even care if they do like a few things wrong, but they're kind of swinging in a whole new direction. This isn't going to be like any game that we're kind of used to from that series, and that's why they let a different studio do Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, is just so they could work on this game. So very excited about that. And that comes out the 28th of January.
Okay. Anything else for January? Probably not if you're on the 28th.
No, there's only 9 in January. But yeah, those two were kind of some of the big ones, and some of my big ones for all of this spring.
Okay. I'll jump into February then. So this is going without any surprise to you, I'm sure. I am a huge From Software fan. The last game that they made was Sekiro. So love that game. I have yet to beat it. I got pretty far. I just kind of had to take a break. So I took a break from that. I will go back and beat it, but Dark Souls 1, I'm going to skip Dark Souls 2. I might play it eventually, but Dark Souls 3, phenomenal studio. They're coming out with Elden Ring. So there's multiple reasons I'm excited for this game, but one I've already mentioned, their past games. I never played Bloodborne because I've never owned a PlayStation, but every game I've already rattled off has been absolutely phenomenal in their own ways. It's a cult following. There's so many people that are obsessed with this franchise. The studio gives a shit about their games. They put in endless amounts of passion. So I am very excited for that reason. Number 2, and I'm sure you know this, but have you ever heard of George R.R. Martin? Okay. So
Writer of the Game of Thrones.
yes, and I actually just found this out. I've never seen Game of Thrones. I've never read the books, but Game of Thrones is based on the books, and I wrote this down here. A Song of Ice and Fire is what the books were called. And then obviously HBO made a series called Game of Thrones. Everyone's obsessed with it besides me, I guess. Never watched it, but he is going to be one of the writers through the whole Elden Ring story. So that, along with From Software's normal creative directors, writers, I cannot see this game being bad. Very excited for this. This release is February 25th, so it's towards the end of the month. But that gives me more time to play some Halo. So it was actually delayed. It was supposed to drop November of this year, but anytime a company delays the game for the right reasons, I am beyond happy. I would rather have a game delayed for a year, 2 years, 3 years than releasing a shit product. So that is...
And I'm a big fan of not saying anything about the game and even announcing it until you're about a year out and you kind of know, all right, we can hit this goal, right? And then you can just take as much time as you want. You're not, no one's waiting on your expectations or anything like that. And I get like you want to announce stuff because shareholders and whatever else, but it's
a fine line.
The longer you wait, the more hype people build around it, right? Like
yes.
Cyberpunk was they did the game in 4 years, but they announced it 7 years before they released it, and so people were like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be the greatest thing ever!" And like they hadn't even worked on it for 3 years. Sorry,
go ahead.
Yeah, just not worth it. But yeah, any kind of delay, especially like with reasonable advance, is good. I don't like it when they announce a game, put a hard date on it, and then like a month later delay it. It's just like, well, you probably knew you weren't going to hit your deadline a month ago.
Right. Pointless.
Yeah, exactly. So, but as long as like the company can get the production company can get behind a delay and eat that cost or whatever bad PR they might get, it's just going to make a better game from the game studio.
I think From Software does it better than anybody. They have historically done a teaser, and then they'll do a little video gameplay, not actual live gameplay, but in-game generated, and then they'll do live. And they actually did a network test on this game too, which
so really good like news is like reviewers have had this game in their hands, played it.
Yes,
a good chunk of it. Like it's definitely going to hit its target.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely going to be like finished. It's not a buggy mess because they've already kind of like been in there playing it. So really good signs. They're on top of their game.
Yeah, it's going to be phenomenal. I think we talked about this before. Some people might be pissed. Hardcore Dark Souls players are going to say it's too easy. My problem with that is, or my like of it being a little bit easier, is it brings a whole group of people that don't want to be pissed off as can be when playing a video game. So they're going to have the opportunity to enjoy you and other people are going to have the opportunity to actually enjoy and respect From Software. You've never had the opportunity to, because I enjoyed those games, and Sekiro drove me into madness a couple nights. Like I seriously spent 5 or 6 hours straight on a boss. And I actually looked up on forums, and that was fucking normal. Some dude said he took like 9 or 10 hours to beat this guy. Because I looked it up, I'm like, am I just bad? And everyone's like, some people are like, yeah, I beat him in 3, but they were like a veteran, really, really good. So I'm very excited that other people are going to get the opportunity to see why From Software is so beloved. But that is my game that I will be playing. I have one honorable mention, is Dying Light 2. So that it comes out early February. I've never played Dying Light 1, but I've watched a lot of gameplay on it. So I want to play Dying Light 1, and then eventually next year play Dying Light 2. So I don't have much details on that. All I can say is it looks beautiful. It looks fun. It looks like an amazing co-op game with a great story. So you got one for February?
I wrote down a couple honorable mentions here. Crossfire X, Microsoft Studios game. Haven't heard much about it, but it's a first-person shooter.
I think I've heard of it.
They
I'd have to
announced
watch
it, and like it looks interesting, but it's gonna be on Game Pass, so I'm gonna check it out.
If you don't own Game Pass in this year, you are out of your mind. I just want to go out on a limb.
I can see why people hold off on PC, especially held off maybe until now, because there hasn't been a ton besides Outriders, a ton of like AAA
Psychonauts
big
2.
headline grammar. What?
Psychonauts 2.
Oh well, yeah. There's a lot of
Wasteland
of good
3.
games, but not a lot
Bro,
of.
I'll keep going. Get Game Pass. I'm gonna rudely interrupt you and say get Game Pass.
You should. There's some great stuff on there now with all the things you mentioned. Halo Infinite. I mean, it needs some of those. A subscription service like that needs those headlining games that draw people in. Halo Infinite, massive one, right? Sea of Thieves was kind of one for a little while for PC, but it kind of sat on an island. Like, you're almost better off just buying the game.
Right.
But then
Bethesda. Look at Bethesda now. Every single Bethesda game.
Yep.
Besides Deathloop.
Well, eventually we'll get it. Just we had to wait a year.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we got to wait a year. So that one, I have down here. Oh, Lost Ark. Have you heard of this one?
Diablo style. Am I thinking of the wrong game? No, this is the Korean MMO Diablo style game. Yeah, yes, I've heard of it.
And Amazon Studios is bringing it, I believe.
It's just lightning out. That was weird. Sorry.
That's snow lightning. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah, Amazon Studios is working on this game as well. A different branch of it. It looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The graphics are stunning. My problem is it's a Korean-based MMO, which I'm not into because of the severe microtransactions. But that's just me. I'm not into that.
For sure. And I think I'm just gonna. I'd like to. I just put it on there because I wanted to follow the game and
it's free.
Watch some reviews.
It's free.
Oh, I did see that. So yeah, I was like, after our MMO experience, kind of this fall with New World, I was like, oh, I'd like to check this one out. Amazon Games is doing some good. And you said this has already been an MMO that's been released in Korea, right, for a couple of years now?
Correct. Yes, it's the biggest MMO over there. From what I'm understanding.
So like, the game's already out. It's doing well. Like, they're just bringing it over to the West, and so
it's kind of like Black Desert Online.
Yeah.
I don't know if,
Yeah.
I'm saying from like the transition from Korea over to here.
For sure. So that comes out February 11th. So I might check into that. I don't know. I mean, there's so many good games. I won't be able to put too many hours into it, but I'd like to follow it.
He'll be playing Destiny.
So then I don't have a PlayStation 5, but Horizon Forbidden West comes to the PlayStation 5. And this is one that I might just want to like watch on Twitch or watch like some gameplays of it. They did some. I mean, the first one's great. They did some different like art direction kind of in this one. They changed the characters like look a little bit, and so I was just kind of curious to see kind of where they go and how well the game gets received and how well it does. Because in 3 to 4 years we'll get it on PC. Yeah. But it looks awesome.
It does.
Really excited about that one. So that comes out the 18th. Destiny 2, the Witch Queen expansion, comes out February 22nd.
You know that he's got the day off on February 23rd.
Never take the day it comes off. Yeah. Always take the next day. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked just from a story perspective on that one. Pretty hyped. And then obviously Elden Ring 3 days later, same week. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die.
That's why I'm just going with one game. I know myself, and I'll get the steep sales. And honestly, depending on where I'm at Halo, like if I'm sunk in still, I might just. It's so hard because I want to play Witch Queen, but I might just watch the story. I don't know. If they deliver the story good, I'll play, but I'm scared. I'm sure everyone is.
I know. Destiny, they have I mean, the lore is going to be insane, but
How
how
they
they
deliver it.
present the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, deliver the story to you is going to be the kind of like Rocky Road, and so we'll see.
If I have to watch another fucking screen talking to me, we'll have issues.
Yeah. So in March, there's 14 games. Now, a lot of these ones weren't big headliners like the previous 2 months were, but there were a couple honorable mentions. Do you have anything in March that you're excited for? Yeah,
No.
there wasn't a ton, but I did want to. Have you been following Babylon's Fall?
That is. Why does that sound familiar? That's
It's
not that
from-
Final
it's-
Fantasy game, is it? No.
It's from that studio. It's a Square Enix game.
Yeah, no, it's a Final Fantasy based Dark Souls style in the Final Fantasy world. Correct?
I think so. I was just
Yeah.
curious to see. I saw
Yeah.
Square Enix and I was like, oh, I
No, I'm
wonder
gonna look
if,
it up. It's PlayStation only.
and PC. Yeah, PlayStation.
Oh,
PC.
is it? Wait.
Mhm.
I don't think this is the game I'm thinking of. I'll have to look it up.
I've heard some stuff on it.
Oh no, this is it. It's Platinum Games. It's developed by Platinum Games, published by Square Enix.
Okay.
So if you're familiar with Platinum Games, they are the ones who did Bayonetta 1 and 2. They did Astral Chains. They're known for their fighting game or their hack and slash games.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I can't remember. Maybe this isn't the one that's based in the Final Fantasy world. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it, but I can't remember. I might be getting two games confused. But anyways, continue. Sorry.
So that one looked interesting, especially kind of coming from a Square Enix type game, and I've heard there's some hype around it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm gonna check out on Game Pass Tunic.
Never heard of it.
It is a kind of Zelda-inspired indie studio created game, and it just the art style just looks beautiful. It's that this fox, and he's got a sword, and he runs around in these different worlds and puzzles, and it just looks like a ton of fun, and just looks beautifully like art style driven, but yet simplistic.
Okay. I like games like that sometimes.
I know.
Like,
So that's where I was like, oh, Cobbs is gonna like. I think you're gonna like this
yeah,
game.
I'll have to
And
look it up.
it was announced a while ago, like a long time ago, and I think it was supposed to come out like beginning of COVID, and then it got pushed back.
I've never seen this one. I just looked it up.
Yeah.
You said it's Game Pass?
Microsoft. I don't know if it's one of their first party studios or they bought the rights to the game behind it, but it's a Series X, Xbox One, PC.
Canadian
Release.
indie developer.
Yeah.
I mean,
I believe
some-
it's supposed to be Game Pass, but
Yeah, it just said it was. The adorable Zelda-like with a heroic fox. I feel like any of those chill art styles where you can just relax and play video games are the best sometimes, where you don't know what you want to play, pick up an indie game.
yeah,
I had a few of those this year, and honestly,
So-
it's some of my best memories.
for sure. I mean, yeah, I've done that. I've actually played some games I never thought I would play, but they're on Game Pass, and they were very much like that. And
Amazing.
I really enjoyed a lot of them. And then Tiny Tina's Wonderlands,
Borderlands.
which is coming from the Borderlands world, and it just seems like a little bit more of a focused, story-driven type Borderlands game.
Mhm.
And I'm not sure I'm going to buy it, but I'm going to follow it, and I might pick it up. But there's a lot of games coming out, or I might pick it up later. But I do enjoy the Borderlands games. I enjoy looter kind of shooters, and so as long as it has either some loot and shoot aspects or some like build crafting type things, should be a pretty awesome game.
Yeah, so I was confused on this, and I talked to Matt, because Matt's a diehard Borderlands guy. He's the type that plays it all year round and comes back when there's any DLC drops. It is its own game. I was confused. I thought it was like a DLC to Borderlands 3 because
Yeah.
it's been so soon. It is its own game. It's just in Tiny Tina's D&D experience. It's in her mind.
Oh,
So it's
okay,
like Dungeons and Dragons. Like there's a mission in one of the games that was kind of like that. I can't remember if it's Borderlands
okay.
2, but it's in her mind, and I don't know the theme of it if it's specifically Dungeons and Dragons, but that's what the the one mission was. So I've yet to play Borderlands 3. I still need to, but Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel were amazing in my eyes. So yeah,
Yeah, I
that'll be a
jumped
fun
on and
pickup.
played the first like world or two of Borderlands 3. A lot of fun, and then
Mm-hmm.
Destiny pulled me back. But
Destiny ruins your
definitely,
life, kind of.
it does. It really does, and it's not always that great of experiences.
Yeah,
But
but if
there's
you win
just
it,
it gives you a little bit of this drip and taste of
I
getting the
believe,
god rolls of this and that, or
yeah,
and it keeps you playing.
they got a good loop for people like you and me. I've been addicted a lot. I just get clean more often than you do. So, you got anything else? Otherwise, I mean, I'm pretty much tapped out. I know I was kind of boring, but I am just so hyped for Elden Ring. I just know next year is going to be Halo Infinite and Elden Ring, and then any random Switch games that I decide to pick up when I take a break. But
Yeah.
um,
No, Elden Ring. I'm pretty excited for Elden Ring as well. And there's going to be a co-op kind of feature where somebody can like come into one of your friends can come into your world and help you like beat an encounter kind of
mhm,
a deal. So that's like a pretty cool like aspect. It's not fully co-op, but
right,
like we're both kind of playing through, and you're like, hey man, I'm stuck on this part, and you're like, all right, I'll help you
yeah,
out. Like
yeah. So you
that's just
summon.
really cool. Yeah.
Um, Dark Souls has like a invading and summoning style co-op. They always have.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's kind of it's fun hearing someone like hear it for the first time, like, and you say it's awesome. It is. So it's one of those things where you can be online with your friends playing your own campaigns, but then Dan's getting his ass whooped by a boss. I'm like, Papa's got you, and then come in and get my ass whooped with you. So, um, yeah, no, it's going to be exciting. And it's really exciting for me to hear that you actually want to play because none of my friends play Dark Souls or any, Sekiro, Bloodborne. None of them play it. So I have no one to talk to about it. They all look at me like I'm stupid because I like get my ass whooped for hours. But well, cool, man. This was great, fun conversation. I'm excited for the new year. This year was actually a really good gaming year. So hopefully next year's just as good. So,
Hell
all
yeah.
right, what do you say to the viewers, buddy?
Stay nerdy.
All right,